All right, I'm just gonna go live. I'm too impatient. Okay. I mean, like to let the whole like intro song play out and all that stuff. Okay, so I've been putting some stuff together. Not too unusual. I've got a drum loop. Well, it's an Apple drummer thing that's kind of looping, so it's not exactly a drum loop, but that's keeping time like a metronome for me. I'll be playing drums on this later with my Roland SPD SX Pro. Anyway, I put in some synth stuff and then some MIDI kind of like guitar library stuff. I did it on my laptop yet again, and then I imported it, so that's on here. It's one of those things like until I get the new computer I'm waiting for, I can't actually do that on stream because the 10-core Intel processor doesn't like it. So this is like a 10-year-old Mac and doesn't work well. I keep saying that, but until I get the new one, which is going to be like in September, because it's like taking forever. Yeah, I just can't do it. So import it, freeze it, and then it works. If I don't freeze it, too many things are happening and the computer just stops working. Usually what happens is the audio cores desyncs. I don't notice because it just reconnects real quick on Logic, but the streaming software just goes silent or makes this horrible static noise. One or two. You know, I don't know which one's worse. First couple streams got completely ruined by that. So, anyway, I just come out here every morning and write original stuff, so that's what you're going to see. I didn't do anything complicated here, so I'm going to let this synth part go. I got the drums on it right now for timekeeping, but I might just have this. Let me mute him. Let me see what it sounds like. I might just have this as just synth intro. It's like a harmonic minor arpeggio. G harmonic minor, actually. And then, so I've already got that one heavy guitar there. So I'm probably just gonna layer it like I usually do. I might do something simple like hit the harmonic here. Yeah, that'll work. And then the chorus is to E flat major to A. Do that for some dissonance. Yeah, B flat. Actually, let me. I think it was E flat A, B flat, then F G, E flat. A, B flat, F, G. Yeah, just making sure my memory sucks. Oh, I almost dropped it. My pick. Okay. This pick is getting really worn out. It's like the point is gone. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to do anything in this intro. Yeah. Yeah, anything I do is just going to be cluttered, so screw it. It's just going to be a big fat nothing there. All right, so I put my drop pedal. Oh, by the way I'm dropping down a full octave, which seems nonsensical, is I've got a Boss Poly Shifter, and that just does that. So that's a Boss pedal. All right. This is a pretty easy song, so I think I'm just gonna go for it. I don't really have to do too much more than I've just done, so here goes nothing. All right, camera on. I forget stuff, so I gotta look around. Okay, I'll like forget I've got a little mount there, my cell phone's on it, and I'm just using the camera to shoot video because I put this up as a YouTube video and I got a better angle there and stuff. And my webcam is a little grainy, but it works for this. So yeah, shooting video there. The other day I forgot to hit record on like the guitar solo of all things, and then like one of the vocal things. So I had to use footage from the live stream, but it's tiny, and then I blew it up and it looked like I shot the video on those two parts with a potato. So, you know. All right, here I go. Intro of probably nothing, and then I'll come in on the verse, which is where those green things hit. Those are the MIDI guitars. All right. The end's probably going to fade out, so that's just going to be abrupt for right now. Okay, so this is gross, but my allergies are hitting me a little. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to start just doing more layers. Okay, so I think I'm going to do pretty much the same thing, just on a similar track that's panned right. All right. Not bad. As long as I hit the harmonic. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go again. So I'm just gonna sit on my butt, do nothing for the intro, and then come in on that heavy verse. Yeah, all right. I know these are all a little different, but I kind of like that. I don't mind if the guitars are all like kind of moving around. It sounds more like authentic to me, so I don't care if it's not super, super tight sometimes. All right. I think I'm not going to do any doubling more, or well, it's more than doubling, but I'm not going to do anything extra in the verse because I want the chorus to bump up. So in the chorus, I'm going to get extra heavy. So let's see. I can go to ridiculous extremes with this boss pedal. I'm going to drop it 2 octaves. So it's only going to be one note, otherwise you're not going to be able to understand what the heck's going on. But this is just going to add like a percussive oomph to the chords. All right, so this part I'm just going to do a little section, copy paste it in and be done with it. I'm going to tweak the sound a little after I record here too, because I got to cut some low end or it's going to not work. That'll do it. Turn that back to 1 so I don't forget. Okay. So I am going to, for one, change the color of this so I can tell it's the chorus. Just like helpful. All right, so let me just solo these out. Make sure I get my mic too. Yeah, it sounds absurd. Okay, so I've already got a pretty severe low cut for a 1 octave, but I'm going to go even further. The reason for this is this isn't meant to be like a lot of low end. The bass guitar is going to handle that. So this is just for that sizzle. Yeah. These set for my usual dub, but it's a little loud for that right now, so I'm gonna just chop it down a little bit. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's actually kind of ugly, but for what I'm going for, it's nice. All right, so there's the chorus done. Okay, I kind of do the same thing here every day, so I'm going to do a lead in the chorus. It's just going to be like a simple, it'll end up being a counter melody. I don't even have a melody yet, but yeah. This particular sound, I'm going to do some fancy stuff too after I track it to make it sound stereo, but right now it's mono. All right. I don't want to. Okay, so I'm doing E flat A. Probably that'll work. Probably not going to do that shred at the end, but, you know. Here I go. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna copy paste that because that was improvised. It wasn't hard, but there's zero chance of me replicating that exactly. Okay. I'm gonna make them all purple. It's a slightly different shade, but that's fine. Okay, so now for my fancy auto dub. I've done this a few times now. So, all right, let's see. I'm just gonna do this quick. Assuming I don't pass what I want. All right, so sample delay in stereo, set it to milliseconds. I keep going with 4, seems to work perfectly. Pitch shifter. All right. If I'm doing some kind of vocal harmony sometimes and I want it to not fight the center, you know, main vocal, I'll do this with both sides affected. But since this guitar doesn't have anything, it's laying over top of, I'm just going to do one side. So I just want this to sound like I double tracked it, and now it's going to be left and right. So the sample delay and then the pitch make it just sound like a different performance. And then, because this is just a texture thing, I'm going to turn it way down. Makes the chorus more interesting. I think it's actually still too loud. This one's got to be quiet. I actually have synth stuff going on, higher octaves. That was in the synth. Actually, that might be about the same, but anyway. As long as they're not fighting each other, I don't care. I'm actually gonna put... That's the wrong track. I'm actually gonna put an EQ on here and chop the lines. Speaking of which, because... Probably like 3 something, 3 or 4. I don't want this to fight any of the rhythm guitars. It's just an underneath thing, so it's taking up those frequencies. It'll make the main guitars all wimpy, so I'm not gonna do it. Let me do a tuning check, and then I'm gonna do an improvised guitar solo. So whenever I do a guitar solo, I just know what key I'm in. And yeah, just play. All right, so G minor part, the beginning's harmonic. This is natural, right? Yeah, it's because it's just the verse. Okay. All right, let's see if I can do this without screwing up. That's the goal every time. Guess I'll go with bridge pickup only. Okay. Wrong key. Also, I gotta get my headphone cable. Just need a little more. There we go. A little more slack. I don't know. I don't like that. One more till I like it. All right, that works. So I always do this after my guitar solo, and I'll do it on the bass guitar. It's like a controlled gain boost, so it just hits right. Did a sustained note right through the chorus. That should work as long as I turn it down. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. So let me see. Come back up for the ending. But let's see, maybe a -4-ish. That works. What was I playing? Okay, yeah. So, E flat, yeah. I mean, it sounds good. What am I even talking about? I'm thinking, like, does that note work over all the chords? Like, just having a random F sustaining right over the E flat A G. It sounds good though, so yeah. All right, I'm gonna get my bass guitar. I see in chat there's a thing. How are you? My head is not working. Can you reply to me in chat? I just have this sneaking suspicion that's a bot. If you're not a bot, sorry, but I just feel like that's probably a bot thing because the other day that happened. Maybe not. I don't know. It's the exact same wording and everything. Just feel like it's going to be like, hello, how are you? Please send me your bank account info so we can connect. So, if I'm wrong, hey, you know. Bass guitar. There we go. So this thing is a 6-string bass, obviously. It is, well, actually, I don't know if it's obvious in that tiny little webcam thing, but it's a 6-string bass, and usually the middle 4 are tuned like a 4-string bass, then you've got a drop and then a higher string. So I didn't do that. I made these top 4 the 4-string bass tuning, so E, A, D, G. And then these 2 are E, A, but a full octave down. So basically when I do a drop, and especially in the chorus, I can just go full octave down. I've been trying to do that for the longest time with a 4-string bass and a Digitech Drop, this poly shifter, various things on my software, and it all sounds like crap. This sounds great. So that's what I do. I eventually was just like, okay, I've got this 4-string jazz bass. I love the sound of this thing, but I can't do the drop tuning because it sounds awful when you try to do it with digital stuff. So this is an analog. Just there's the drop strings, and I can hit the notes now. Sounds fine, and still a jazz bass. It's a cheap student model jazz bass too. I was kind of nervous when I was putting these super heavy low strings on, because normally you put a low, B string on and then a C on the top. So it's set for a certain amount of tension on the neck, and I was like, no, I'm gonna buy a freaking crazy thick string for the A, or sorry, the E, and then the A was, about this thickness, although I went a little heavier gauge than normal of the usual B string, and I was like worried my neck was gonna snap. Go in tune. What in the world is going on? Okay. This Apple built-in tuner on Logic is not necessarily the best at these super low notes. Can't blame them. They don't usually expect you're gonna have a bass guitar full octave down, but I wanted to stand up string bass be full octave down from this, or from normal bass tuning on the electric. I don't know, maybe. I feel like it is. I might be wrong on that. I should probably know that. Oh my gosh, we could just go in tune. All right, that's close. Even if the tuner's not getting it. All right, I'll just do it manually with my ear. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything here. I think I am actually just gonna that drum part. Maybe I'll just do on the hi-hat. Probably. Let me see. I forget what chords I did. So maybe I won't just for that, because I just feel lazy and don't want to figure it out. All right. B flat, F. Okay. Chorus. All right, I'm gonna keep this really simple, unless I just randomly do start playing scale stuff, but we'll see. Here Here goes nothing. What is that? I forgot I went F, G real quick. Dang it. That was stupid. Here I go again. That sucked. Tried something that sounded bad. Freaking stupid, dumb, zoning out, can't remember things. gonna reset. I'm just kind of sloppy on this part. I gotta get it better. All right, that was better. A little more interesting too. Good. It was just on the first couple tries. Best way to describe it. Just. All right. What's next? Drums. Yeah. Okay, just hit save. That should be it. For bass. Also decided to do a little something in the beginning. Why not? You know, just kind of trail out. Kind of forgot how the chord progression went. So it was also based on that, but it sounds like I'm being all dynamic and cool. All right, let me grab my phone camera here, put it on that stand. All right, so I'm gonna play drums on my Roland multi-pad right here. Okay, this way. Rolled all the way back there. I gotta get my drum stool. I crashed. Don't crash. All right. Let me just stand up. Lock the wheels. All right, so my drumming is not going to be absolutely perfect, but I will just play it in. The MIDI will be written in by this thing, and I'll just nudge some stuff if I play it a little off, but it's usually pretty passable. All right, so let's see. Turn that on. Something like that. I don't know, maybe not. I'm not sure. I might not even do anything in the beginning, but let's see. I'm just going to hit record. Hello, could you like do the things I'm doing, keyboard? Okay, I screwed up a few times. I'm just gonna reset it. I just had an idea. I'm gonna play basic beat, and then after the fact, I'm gonna put it on like an electronic sound. I just did that recently, but I'll see. Okay, gotta actually do it on time. That was crap. Yeah. think I got it. So the beginning, probably the end, and maybe this little transition before the second verse, I'm going to probably just chop that and slide it down to an electronic sound. Last time I tried to do that on stream, it was like impossible to find a good one, so I'll probably do it after the fact, but you know, in theory, it'll be there. Ugh. Yeah, I couldn't find one that sounded good, and it took like forever, and then I ended the stream, kind of fished around and like found one in 2 seconds, so I don't remember what it was though. That's the thing. If I did, I just plop it on right away. Okay, anyway, let's see. Let the MIDI fix up begin. So I'm going to turn off the metronome. Just go in and let me just jump back so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. The first thing I do is always, well, not always, but most often, I hit fixed note length, select operate, and shorten all the note lengths. That way I can see what's going on when I do a drum fill, because otherwise the notes are too long and it just kind of like obscures the next one down the line. So I can't see what I'm even looking at. All right, so I'm just going to grab... Oh, wait. Nah, never mind. Just going to grab all the cymbals and just go on eighth notes. Well, that didn't even move. That's a good sign. Yeah, I've got these little fills here. I can't. So I'm just going to do that. And then anything around the fill. That work? Yeah. So just like the snare and stuff, I usually don't quantize the little like fills and ghost notes and things, and I just grab the tom specs. But yeah, I don't want to like make this too like robotic. I just want this stuff that should be to actually just be like right on the grid. It's barely moving, so it's a good thing. Means I was playing well to the click. Okay. Especially for the electronic part that I'm planning on doing here, that will help it sound a lot nicer. I think I can just do this whole thing. Yeah, just barely a little move there. That's good. Last couple days, I've been having trouble because my Roland multipad is new. I used to have a Yamaha M12. And it broke because I just moved across the country, just broke on the way here. So I gave it away because it was the MIDI out that was busted. The rest of it seemed to work, but I can't use it. But someone that just wants to practice can. So I just put it down for there's like a little thing where you can give away stuff you're not using here. Anyway, I did that. Someone took it. So yeah, that's great. But I needed this. This thing triggers a lot better. It's easier to play on, and the pads are like way more velocity sensitive. But I'm used to the Yamaha not picking up things, so like overplaying and like pushing in too hard. So it's making me rush a little bit. And then also I don't know, my snare stand that I usually put the thing on was like dropped down, and I didn't even realize because I was just going on autopilot, and the other day I realized it, put it up, and then suddenly my timing improved drastically. So I could do this way quicker now because everything is not 8 miles off of the grid. Like I used to do this and my timing would be like pretty damn spot on, and then I like got here and I'm like, why does my timing suddenly suck? The first thing with the feel of the multi-pad being different is definitely an aspect, but the other thing was it was just in the wrong position for me and I was just going along with it. That's not right. I saw that move the wrong way. All right, so I'm just not even gonna do anything with this. Yeah, this is so much easier when I actually play pretty close to the grid, right on the click. Just do that, leave the in-between alone. like so. It's like, that'll be a little staggered. Actually, that's a little too staggered. This one is probably fine. Yeah. So it's like not perfect. It's like you know what I mean. Timing's not perfect. That's all. Yeah, 105. Man, I'm almost done. This is great. Playing in time is so much better. All right. So let me just go back to the beginning. I think what I'll do is right here before this two snare hits, I'm just gonna chop. Okay, so here. Yeah, it's hardly worth it. I think I'll leave this one alone. All right, so going to the ends. That was tough. Should I do right here? I'm gonna do right here. I might decide. Why did that not cut? There it goes. I might decide to slide this out to this part. But nah, it's probably good here. Okay, I'll see. So yeah, I'm gonna make a new track, put an electronic drum kit sound on, and then it'll be like electronic drums in the intro, which will fit the vibe a lot better. And then right on this little it'll go to this sound and into the verse with this exact sound. I'm debating, just trying to find something. You know what? I'm going to duplicate the track. And then, let me see here. Electronic drums. Analog drive. What's that? Don't slide over, dude. Oh, I might have found one right off the bat. That's pretty nice. It's one of these multi things. All right. These are annoying because I've got a bunch of pull down tracks and they're all separate, but I want to affect the whole thing. So I found a way around this. I'm just going to send it to a bus. And then sent to the bus. Wait, is that not working now? What's going on? Excuse me. Oh, it's not freaking working. Oh, screw you. I hate that. All right, fine. Back to this output. So yeah, these things are kind of annoying because I want to just run it through a compressor and does nothing to it. Because it's all in these stupid sent out tracks. All right. Can I like send all of these to a bus? That might be. Let me see if I can select all of them at once. I can. Okay. Send out to. Why is it saying bus 3? Are they already there? All right. Well, anyway. There we go. Got it. I want to compress the thing, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, why does that bus look weird? Wait, what the hell's going on? I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna go to the drum one. Yeah, because I just want to be able to universally grab the volumes here. All right. That's good. I need it a little more subdued so it actually sounds dynamic when the real sounding drums come in. Real sounding because they're not real drums, they're MIDI, but still. And then that works. Okay. What I'll do is I'm gonna overlap these. Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. I'm gonna fade that out. Okay, so there we go, drums. Let me turn this guitar solo back on. I just want to hear it. Make sure it's punching through. That works. Hit save. I just hit something. What the hell did I just do? Undo, create track. Ugh, hit the right thing. I am so glad I can just hit undo and pretty much undo anything because I perpetually hit the wrong keys. All right, I'm gonna do some vocals and I need lyrics. I need to warm up and then go because this whole songwriting thing, save for the thing I did in preparation with the synth stuff in the beginning, I just do everything on stream in real time. So yeah, I've got nothing here. I don't do much pre-planning. Let's see. Turn this camera back on. My phone froze, so that's cool. Stupid thing. All right, well, anyway, I got to type up some lyrics, so this isn't exactly an exciting bit of footage, but it's got to happen. And I'm also going to be making a whole bunch of weird noises as I warm up my voice. All right, let's see. All right. So, lyrics. I just typed stuff. No idea what I'm about to do. Okay. Okay. I'm just kind of like reading in my head as I go through. I think I got enough to cover the verse. Ugh, freaking allergies. Sorry, allergies, dude. Ugh. It's a lot less where I just moved to, but still got them. All right, so I think I'm gonna come in on here and leave the intro. The intro can be instrumental. Okay, yeah, I like it. I know I'm not doing anything in here, but I really ease into it. All right. Sure. If you're going to ask, by the way, if my lyrics mean anything, unless I say otherwise, usually, no, it's just random stuff I throw down. Because, yeah. Usually it works out, though. Like, it sounds coherent enough a lot of times that you can just kind of apply your own meaning. So, yeah, it works. Got the idea formulating in my head for where I want to go with this. So, do I just start here? I probably do. The only thing I could do in this intro is possibly some, like, I don't know, just some sustained notes, and then I would just throw on like a megaphone type effect, filter thing. It might sound cool. I won't do it as crappy as I just did. I'm just, yeah. You know what? Let me just see. I'm going to start doing stuff. It's going to take me a little bit to warm up, so there's going to be some awful sounding takes here, but I just want to do this to actually warm up, so here goes nothing.
Sights in the sky and the people walk about the day as if nothing is happening. The time is coming and we are watching. You can see the sun.
All right, yeah.
Sights in the sky and the people walk around.
Also, don't think I want to do anything in the beginning, so I'm just gonna start right here. Okay.
Fire down from the sky and the people aware go about their day as if nothing is happening. The time has come and we are watching, but you can see the signs are in the horizon on a cloudy day.
Close. Una más. Moichiro. Say it in a couple languages.
Fire down from the sky and the people unaware go about the day as if nothing is happening and the time has come. Here we are watching. Can you see the signs? Sunrise, horizon, and a crowd.
I don't like how I did it. This is not going to be the same thing every time. I'm just trying different things.
Fire down from the sky and the people unaware go about their day as if nothing is happening. The time has come and here we are watching, but you can see the signs of it rising out of cloud and alright.
I like that better in the first couple.
Fire down from the sky and the people unaware go about their day as if nothing is happening. The time has come and here we are watching, but you can see the signs of it rising out of cloud and alright.
Maybe I'll keep it. Okay, I'm gonna start here.
Fire down from the sky, yeah, people unaware go about their day as if nothing is happening. The time is coming to we are watching.
Same lyrics, I just went more crazier. That works. It'll be louder and more prominent in the mix when I throw on some of the saturation, compression, etc. Okay, so chorus. What the heck do I want to do for the chorus? I don't know what the heck I want to do. I'm just gonna hit record and see if something good happens. Not in key at all. Tell you the situation. That's nature. Damn it. Come on. Like all off key. Selling the one of the
reality of the situation as going on. It's built in.
I gotta modify a few lyrics here. Just too repetitive. So, okay, there we go. I know you can't see what I'm even talking about, but trust me, it is. Okay. I gotta figure out where I want to go with this. I'm probably gonna miss a bunch of notes because I'm just improvising it. Till I get the hang of it. Yeah.
Selling the whatever reality of the situation as nature as I to ignore its boots and difficult to overcome all it with a brain that's what I want to like a chainsaw like the
It's close as far as like feel, but notes not so much. That's closer than I thought. All right, let me try this again till I get one that doesn't suck.
Selling no whatever reality of the situation as the nature is hard to ignore and built in difficult to overcome only when the pain is well let it won't pay attention until like a chainsaw into the brown ball. Selling no whatever reality of the situation as the nature is hard to ignore and built in difficult to overcome only when the pain is well let it won't pay attention until like a chainsaw into the brown ball.
Okay, that one was actually correct as far as reading the lyrics for a change because it kept screwing up. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep that as the chorus. All right, that's just random improv, so I can get close, but I'm not gonna duplicate that, so I'm just gonna copy paste it. It's kind of lazy, but I do a song every day, and I'm not sitting out here like memorizing something. I just make it up on the spot, so that's what happens occasionally. If I had a melody in my head for like the song beforehand, I'd probably just do it because, you know, then I can. But when it's just random improv, it's hard to replicate. Same thing like guitar solo. I said a few times, like, it's funny because I'll see videos on YouTube and there'll be like this guy saying, oh, this guy is a fake guitar player because he's miming his guitar part. And I'm like, that's funny because I played a guitar solo. And if you asked me to play it again, there is no chance in hell it's happening. Like, literally, it's all improv. There's no way. Like, I just know I played in G minor. That's all I know. I don't know what the hell notes I hit. The muscle memory just carried me from practice. So I'm actually impressed if they can mime the thing, because to me, I'm like, wow, they actually wrote that thing out and memorized it. And even if they can't play it perfectly every time, they know it enough to make it look convincing. Because I'm like, I couldn't do that. No way. I've never, ever, aside from one song, bothered to memorize one of my solos. And that solo was actually an easy one that I did memorize. It was just like a melodic thing. I've got no interest in that. I just like improvising on the scale and playing random stuff. It's kind of like jazz player or something. Like, I'm not doing swing eighth notes over like a bunch of, 7 and 9 chords, but I to a 2-5-1 progression. But I just is that what they do? Yeah, I think so. 2-5-1 usually, and then they just keep changing keys a lot. Haven't done it in a while. But anyway, I just improvise the thing, so like no chance. Same thing with the vocals a lot of times. I come up with some great things occasionally, but it's all just improv. I have no pre-planning here. All right, the vocals, that's pretty much it. they're done. If you happen to hear a harmony over what I'm doing, well, this let me. Okay, there we go. I froze some tracks. Sometimes it's kind of annoying, and it's like, no, I will not go back. You need 8 extra minutes of silence. Yeah. So anyway, if I do the vocal processing on stream, my computer like will desync the audio and the stream will collapse because it'll just go silent or make really awful static noises. So I'm not going to do it. Same thing with the guitar libraries. I did them beforehand and froze it, so it's fine. But if I do them on stream, it doesn't work. So especially the ambient one. That one's like a CPU hog and a half, and it just does not like it. I can do it without the streaming software on, but with it on, it doesn't handle it. When I get the new computer coming in, that should be able to handle 5 sessions at once, like, and a couple things. So I'm getting a beast of a computer, and that'll be nice. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. So yeah, the vocals though, I run them through Humanoid, which is a great vocal plugin to do a lot of like fancy effects and stuff. I saw someone else using it, so I grabbed it, and it's nice. So it does filters, generates like vocoder sounding harmonies, and you can like make your vocal sound like all stereo. It adds like some saturation and all kinds of cool stuff. So I'm a fan of it. I follow that plugin with clip distortion and a compressor. Clip distortion is just a built-in Logic plugin, and it just adds a little bit of sizzle so the screams sound more impressive. I only put it on like 10 to 15% in the verse. Sometimes I ratchet it up in the chorus or something for a special effect, but usually I don't go too high because then it sounds bad if you go over a certain threshold. The compressor just tames some of the transients, which aren't too loud right now, but when it goes through Humanoid and I boost the saturation, it gets a little spikier. So it's like just taming some of it. But that's about it. It's nothing crazy. The rest of it is pretty much as you hear it, so you're not going to be too surprised if you listen to the final version. But yeah, I'm going to take all the footage I shot on here, line it up with the final audio, throw it up on YouTube and the other sites I do. I'm not even going to list them because it's a bunch of stuff. You can find it usually in my description box. So yeah, I do a song every day. I've got loads of songs because I do a song every day, and I've been doing this for a while. Lots of albums. I started out without knowing anything about anything, and I wasn't good at most stuff except guitar, but I just figured I'd start doing it and learn as I went. So that's what's been happening. So with no clue how to mix and master a track, not able to sing in key or play drums in time or play bass different than a guitar, I just decided to start doing it, and I was like, I'll just get better, and I just keep getting better. If you think I'm not good now, I was worse. So that's all I'm worried about, just improving on what I could do. And I just like coming up with new things, and it's kind of fun because like I have this huge playlist of my stuff, and I forget what I did the day before. So like the song is new to me when I listen to it a week or two later, and I'm like, did I really do that? But I can like put this on in the car if I'm doing a long drive, and I can just never run out of songs. And it's stuff I've recorded, so I actually like it most of the time. Given a few days, I forget all the mistakes I made that piss me off because I do have that. But I've just learned to ignore it. And then like a few days later, when I don't remember any of it, I don't even hear it. So yeah, this is just a good thing to do. So I kind of like to convey the idea, like if you want to do something, but you're not sure how to do it, you've got no talent in it, but you're interested, just try it. Cause you're going to get better. You might not get as good as other people. I'm certainly not as good at this as a lot of people, but I just keep going, and I will eventually improve. So yeah, that's all it is. Okay, motivational thing. over. I'm going to end the stream there today and go do stuff. Like, yeah, today is Monday, right? It's gym day, Monday and Friday. I'm still rehabbing some injuries that are probably going to take a year and a half more to keep rehabbing. I was a distance runner, but I injured myself and trashed my knee. ACL got ripped off the bone, tore some cartilage, nerve damage, and then managed to get a SI joint, which is a hip joint thing. Problem that pinches your nerve a little bit, and then I got a lower back herniated disc kind of all at once. So yeah, I was kind of sort of immobilized for a while, and now that I've been immobilized for so long, I am getting back to being able to do things. But if I just go run like 100 yards or like a couple hundred meters ish, I am trashed. Like, I feel like I ran a marathon because my calf muscles, which used to be like pretty impressive, are like tiny little rubber bands about to snap, and it hurts. But just gonna keep going. Same thing I just said with the other stuff. I can only just improve, and hopefully this time I won't injure myself. So yeah, I've also learned to not push past a certain point, because after a certain point with exercise, you start working backwards. Okay, so that's it for now. I'll shut up. Thanks for watching. I will be on tomorrow and the next day and the day after that, and I post on loads of sites and just keep writing music. So that's it. All right. Thanks for watching. Till tomorrow. See ya.